Welcome back, Truth Seeker. January 13th, 2019. Story emerged today about the death of a former NFL football player, Bob Kuechenberg, who was a member of the Miami Dolphins when they had their perfect season. He reportedly died yesterday, Saturday, January 12th, at the age of 71. And I want to show you what's so interesting about this man's death. For starters, his name, Bob Kuechenberg, sums to 71, matching his age of death. When I did a web search for his name to see if he'd been in any recent stories, the most recent story that came up was this from the Sun Sentinel, published November 26, 2014. Ex-Miami Dolphin Kuechenberg's championship rings recovered. And in this blog post, I've linked this news video. You can do a web search. You'll see that this was also in print, not just YouTube. But this is the day this story broke, November 26, 2014. And the thing about that date is it was a date with 71 numerology. And in case you're new here, for 5+ years, I've now been educating about how every single day news is contrived by the numbers. And people are also murdered by this code of letters and numbers. Again, there's a song out there, Murder by Numbers, killing people's as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3. It's the sport of the elite. There's another song, Gematria, the killing name. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. So anyhow, this man's dead at 71. Now understand, in Gematria, there's multiple ciphers. What really pops out is this. The name Kuechenberg sums to 99. This is the 99th NFL season, just using the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. His surname is 99. And from his birthday, October 14th, to his date of death, yesterday, January 12th, it was 13 weeks on the nose. If you write out 13 as a word, it has a gematria of 99. And not only was it 13 weeks, but it was 91 days. 91 is the 13th triangular number. So if you add 1 through 13 together, it equals 91. And 13 is a relevant number to the NFL. In Gematria, NFL's 13. The city he played for, Miami, the Miami Dolphins. Miami has that Gematria of 99 as well. And here he dies at the end of the 99th NFL season on a very fitting date. His 13th week of his age, 71. And notice he played in the NFL from 70 to 83, 13 years later. He also wore the name or the number 67. And what is 6 plus 7? It's 13, of course. But Kuechenberg, 67. If you're new here, this is a fateful number that shows up all the time around these ritualistic deaths. Blood sacrifice equals 67. We've already seen a whole lot of this number in suspicious deaths to start 2019 because 67 is the 19th prime number. He died January 12th. That date can also be written 12/1, like 121. Blood sacrifice equals 121. The difference between these ciphers, blood sacrifice 121, just using the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. You can see B is the second letter, L is the 12th, O is the 15th. In this cipher where it's 67, you use the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So B is the second letter, so B is 2. L is the 12th letter, you take the numerology of 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. O is the 15th letter, the numerology of 15. 1 plus 5 is 6, so on. Repetitive numbers. Talk about them often. So, one of many deaths during this NFL season by the numbers. Cover this year after year. Just days ago, I covered the suspicious death of Brandon Mebane's daughter. They said she died from a trisomy 13, a fatal heart condition. And she died on January 3rd, Thursday, January 3rd, days before the Chargers picked up their 13th win of the season in the NFL wild card. And notice the name of this little girl who died on January 3rd. Her name was McKenna Mebane, the alphabetic order 99, just like when you write out 1399. M, her initials, M is the 13th letter. Her father plays for LA 13. And the day she died, January 3rd, 2019, it was a date with 43 numerology, Chargers 43. So far, well, Phillip Rivers' first touchdown today against New England was a 43-yard touchdown, not by accident. Everything in the NFL is a perfect script. Everything. Final score to box score. Week after week, you can prove it learning this knowledge. Been doing it for years straight. Today at the New England game, on a date with 26 numerology, where the AFC can pick up its 26th Super Bowl this year, which we've been talking about since before the season began. The season began on the 26th of Elul on the Hebrew calendar. It began on a date with 26 numerology. I said the opening game of the season would be all about 26. The Eagles would beat the Falcons. That did happen. Every touchdown scored in the game was all about 26. The reason I'm bringing this up is because today, on a date with 26 numerology, they paid tribute to this man and the loss of his daughter at the New England game with 26 seconds on the clock, with number 26 running the ball down the throat of the Chargers. Notice New England is 99. And like I said at the beginning of this season, the Patriots came into the 99th season with 523 franchise wins, the 99th prime number. Anyway, Brandon Mebane gets honored at the game. Notice he wore the number 92. Today, Tom Brady becomes 9-2 against the Chargers. This stuff is not an accident. It's all planned ritual. He loses his daughter in the massive 13 ritual, a span of 13 days from his own birthday, and the Chargers season ends at 13 wins. Not by accident. His birthday was January 15th. His daughter died January 3rd. His birthday is 12 days later, but if you count January 3rd, from January 3rd to January 15th is a span of 13 days. And he's the infamous age of 33 years old. Also, they said the little girl was born November 12th. November 12th to January 3rd, the day she died, is 53 days. Big number in the NFL, plus this year is the year of Super Bowl 53. That's why there's a 53-man roster, a 53-yard wide field. Because the shape of the football in sacred geometry is called the Vesica Piscis, which equals 53. Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, is based on sacred geometry. Vesica Piscis. He plays for Los Angeles, also Gematria 53. And notice what time the Chargers did their little post at. 121, blood sacrifice 121, L's the 12th letter, A's the first. Phillip Rivers today had 121 passing yards at the half. It's like this every single week. Every single week. Here, I'll just show you the halftime stats real quick from today's game. Tom Brady's up with 35 points. I call that the Tom Brady number. Tom Brady in the most pure cipher is 35. If you add up Tom Brady's birthday, it's August 3rd, 1977. 8 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 7. It equals 35, his birthday. QB, when you flip the alphabetic order around, is 35. Signature number for Tom Brady, up 35-7 at the half. But the stats, look at Phillip Rivers, 121 net yards. L12A1. I believe this was true yesterday for Goff at the half as well. And Brady had 233 passing yards. That's the 13th Fibonacci. It's just the same thing, game after game, week after week. This guy calling in right now, he doesn't know I'm on a live stream. He just calls me all day. He calls me every single time he has a question. Anyway, let's see if I got those stats up from yesterday's game. Yesterday, the halftime score here was a distance of 13 at halftime. You got two 13 teams going at it. LA's 13, Dallas is 13. Goff had 121 yards at the half, too, for the LA team. Just ask yourself, what are the odds of that? Astronomical odds. And plus, the date was January 12th for this game, 12/1. Both LA QBs with 121 yards, L12A1 week after week, same thing. Prescott with 13 attempts at the half, 87 gross yards because Cowboys is 87. This is how scripted it is. The games, the ritual murders, the sports intertwined with the news. By the way, when the Chargers won last week, in the wild card game over Baltimore. Baltimore equals 41, the 13th prime. Lamar Jackson became 4-1 at home. But the day that the Chargers won, January 6th, last Sunday, 7 days ago, former NFL player Kwame Lassiter dropped dead, who played on the Chargers. Not by accident. Played there 16 years ago. 53 is the 16th prime. Los Angeles 53. They used to be San Diego back then. So for the people, just what gets old about my work is just video after video. People come here and leave comments like this. You need a hobby. You're a fucking idiot. You people are fucking retarded for believing this. It's like, dude, I guarantee all of these people, this is the first video they ever saw. They know nothing about this. They just immediately blurt out their opinion. And all of them are probably too dumb to see how rigged these games are, which I saw as a child, So for all the people who deny this work, you're the reason these ritual murders continue to go on. People are literally being killed for rigged sports and other things. This goes on all across the world, by the way, just to make a point. I check the suspicious deaths in the media each day just to see what's going on in the world. We just had a death of a member in Wales of their parliament. They call it, I'll show you this. This man just died at age 34, Stefan Lewis. He died 139 days before his upcoming birthday. 139 is the 34th prime number. Dead 139 days before his birthday at age 34. 139, 34th prime. Murder equals 34. Not only is he dead 139 days before his birthday, but his name's Stefan Lewis equals 139. It's like Freemasonry. And again, it's Freemasonry that controls all this. Media, government, politics, worldwide. People say Illuminati, New World Order. It's the Masonic Alliance in high places. His cause of death was bowel cancer, which has the Gematria 47, like the 47 degrees on the Masonic compass. For the record, those 47 degrees are in tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid, which is about how to establish foundation. Foundation's 47. That's why the first Super Bowl was in the 47th season of the NFL. It's all related. But where did it just go? Look at this. What they call Parliament in Wales, they call it Senedd. Senedd, right? And this guy died January 11th, 2019, a date with 51 numerology. Senedd, 51 and 111. Dead on 111 on a date with 51 numerology. In other words, it couldn't be any more perfect. And this is why you have to know multiple ciphers. Yesterday, a guy texting all day, my wife doesn't believe Gematria because there's more than one cipher. For all the people who keep texting that, instead of like blowing up my phone all day, just watch some of my videos. I explain why in almost every video why you need multiple ciphers to fulfill the rituals the way they do. Alphabetic order, reverse alphabetic order. This guy, a member of Senedd, dead on a date with 51 numerology on January 11th. All across the world, people are murdered by a code, for ritual. Again, listen to the song Murder by Numbers. Killing people is the way to reach the top in your profession. Those are the lyrics of that song. That song came out in 83. The word murder equals 83. Stuff's not an accident. That song's not just some fantasy song, just some made-up crazy song. That song is a mocking, putting the truth out in front of our faces. I guarantee you Sting and the Police did not write that song. Well, one of the members of the Police, their father was I believe CIA members, so maybe they did because they had inside information. But either way, that song was put out for a reason. Clue us into the truth for people with eyes to see. And, sadly in the world of sports, most people don't have eyes to see. If you can't see how rigged and pathetic these games are, you're nowhere near seeing the truth. So leave it there for now. If you want to learn more, come to the blog that's in the top right corner. There's the link to the book, Letters and Numbers, nearly 800 pages, priced at just $5. Come read the reviews. A lot of very happy people. A lot of people who came across this work, picked up the book, wanted to learn more. And The book was even better than they expected it would be. Longest chapter in this book's Murder by Numbers, countless deaths of athletes. You know, read about the deaths last year of Rajuel Butler and Oscar Gamble on Jackie Robinson's birthday. January 31st, 2 dead athletes, Rajuel Butler and Gematria 42. You know, Jackie Robinson wore 42. And Oscar Gamble, 42. Oscar Gamble, black baseball player, died 42 days after his own birthday. On Jackie Robinson's birthday, number 42. Jackie, when you flip the alphabetic order around 42. So stuff's not a coincidence. Till next time.